There exists an angel whose presence alone silences even the most powerful. He is not known for leading heavenly armies nor for delivering revelation like Jibril. His duty is different, it is final. When he arrives, no warning is needed. His appearance means only one thing: your time in this world has come to an end. He is Malak al-Mawt, the angel of death. As Allah says in the Qur'an, every soul shall taste death. This means every human being will one day encounter the angel of death. Have you ever seen someone act strange before passing? When their eyes fix on something unseen, their lips moving, their hand pointing, like they're seeing something we can't. Are these moments real? Are these videos even true? And at the end of this video, I'll also share a personal moment that made me reflect deeply on death. So stay with me till the end, and welcome to Know the Religion. Long ago, before the first human walked the earth, death did not exist. The creation was in its earliest form, in paradise. Prophet Adam alayhi salam lived in peace, untouched by pain and sorrow. Life was eternal until one decision changed everything. When Prophet Adam and Hawa disobeyed the command of Allah by eating from the forbidden tree, it introduced a reality that had never existed before: sin. And with sin came consequence, and that consequence was death. From that moment, the world was no longer eternal. Human beings were destined to live, age, and ultimately return to the soil from which they were created. But this return, this transition, would require an appointed being, someone whose task was to fulfill divine will. It is said that when Allah decreed the creation of Adam, alayhi salam, He ordered the angels to bring back clay from the earth, the soil from which the first man would be shaped. One by one, angels were sent, but each time the earth pleaded to be spared. Out of mercy, the angels turned back. Then came Azrael. He was not yet the angel of death, but he obeyed silently and without hesitation. He took the soil, returned to his Lord, and fulfilled what others could not. And from that day forward, he became Malak al-Mawt, the angel appointed to take the soul at its final moment, not out of cruelty, but by divine command. This story is mentioned in classical Islamic literature such as Qasas al-Anbiya and early tafsir works, but it is not found in the Qur'an or in any Sahih Hadith. Allah says in Qur'an, "When death comes to one of you, our messengers take his soul, and they do not fail in their duty." Malak al-Mawt never delays, and he never misjudges. When your time comes, he arrives. According to classical Islamic interpretations, based on Surah Al-An'am, it is said that when a soul is to be taken, a group of angels may be assigned for the task. The angel of death may not always appear himself alone, but rather commands angels under him, who carry out the duty of extracting souls. At certain moments, the angel of death may appear in person, especially to the prophets. Some classical narrations describe his form as beyond human comprehension, saying his body is covered in countless eyes, tongues, limbs, and wings, reflecting his unimaginable awareness and reach. Some scholars describe the earth appearing in Azrael's sight, like a dish in his hand, which means he doesn't need to travel to reach a soul. He is already present. Some stories say he carries a whip of fire or holds a record of souls. But these descriptions exist in early commentaries and non-authentic reports. Others describe him as having multiple faces, allowing him to see in all directions, north, south, east, and west. What Islam clearly teaches through the Qur'an and authentic Hadith is far more meaningful. According to authentic Hadiths, when a believer reaches the moment of death, angels with bright, shining faces descend from the heavens, carrying a shroud from paradise and perfume sweeter than musk. They sit around the believer as far as the eye can see. Then the angel of death arrives and sits by the believer's head. He says, "O pure soul, come out to the forgiveness and pleasure of Allah." The soul is then drawn out gently. As soon as it leaves the body, the angels wrap it in the heavenly shroud, and it emits a fragrance more pleasant than anything on earth. For the believer, death is not terror. its relief, a return. Their soul yearns to meet its Lord, just as Allah says, "Whoever loves to meet Allah, Allah loves to meet him." And when a disbeliever is at the time of death, dark-faced angels descend from the heavens, carrying a rough cloth from hell. They surround the person, and then the angel of death comes and sits by the head, saying, "O wicked soul, come out to the anger and wrath of Allah." But the soul resists and clings to the body. The angel of death then rips it out forcefully, like a thorny branch being dragged through wet wool, tearing and damaging everything in its path. His duty will not end with you or me. Malak al-Mawt will continue to carry out Allah's command, taking the soul of every living being, humans, jinn, angels, and even animals. One by one, every soul will return to its creator. The world will grow quieter until none remain. Allah will ask the angel of death, "Who remains?" Angel of death will reply, "O Allah, none remains but you, the ever-living, who never dies, and your servant Azrael, and the bearers of the throne, and Jibril and Mikael." Then Allah will command, "Let Jibril die, let Mikael die, let the bearers of the throne die." Then Allah will say, "O angel of death, who remains?" He will respond, "Only your servant Azrael remains." Then Allah will say, "Die, O angel of death," and he will die. And so, the one who took every soul will now taste what he delivered, death. And from that silence, the day of resurrection will begin. And now, I want to share something I never forgot. A night that stayed with me, even though I still don't fully understand it. It was past midnight. The room was silent, too silent. I opened my eyes, and for a moment I couldn't move. There was something there. A presence. Not a shadow. Not a trick of light. It stood tall, silent, almost still, draped in white. I couldn't see a face. Just a form. And in that moment, everything slowed down. I thought, is this it? Is this how it ends? My parents, my prayers, my regrets, all of it flashed before me in a single breath. And just like that, it was gone. I don't know what I saw. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe it wasn't. But since that night, I've never looked at my soul the same way again. And in those seconds, nothing matters but one question. How will Allah receive me when I return to Him? But now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced something like this? Something unexplained that made you think about your soul or the end? Tell me in the comments. I'll be reading all of them.